Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Abab Genius. In our previous videos, we have discussed about AMDP and table functions and its implementation also. In our today's video, we will learn how to apply the filtration using the parameters and select options in our AMDP. In CDS views, we can filter the data by using the parameters. Like we can pass the parameters to our CDS views. But select options, it is not supported. So we can't filter the data or we cannot pass the select option directly to our CDS view. Then we have to go with the AMDP concept. This is also one of the possible scenario. So first let us try to implement or try to pass the parameter as a parameter to our AMDP method. So for that, before I just wanted to add one more field to our selection list, which is division, because this VTW easy. This field contains only one value, which is 10. While passing the select options, definitely we will be passing multiple values, so we won't be able to understand the difference. That's why I just wanted to add some other field, which is SVRT division, and the same field I will add in the field list of our select query. This is the small modification I am doing to our AMDP class. This class we have already created in our previous videos. And we have implemented two methods for AMDP procedure and one method for our table function. So now we have our report program also available, and in this report program we have called our AMDP method in our previous videos. So I have opened this report program in our SCP GUI, and now I will add one parameter here. I have just added our parameter here. It doesn't make sense because we are not passing it anywhere, and even we are not passing this here also. So it won't apply whatever we are doing. It is just an optional one. It is not a mandatory one. So even if you don't give it, it will work. So here now what I will do is, to the definition of our method, I will add that parameter as an importing parameter. I will be adding one more importing parameter, which is IV underscore SPART, and this is of type SPART obviously. We have just declared our parameter in our report program, and we have defined one importing parameter in our method definition. We are not filtering out the data, and we are not linking the between our AMDP method and the report program. Now what I will do is, I will try to activate this one. It is giving an error because we are not passing this parameter value in our report program. By default, importing parameters are the mandatory, so it will give you error. I'm just trying to open this error tab. Okay, we will be having one properties. Okay, templates, bookmarks, terminal. Let me try to activate it again. and see if we are, yes, it is the errors tab. Okay, or else we can just open it from here also. Window show you error log if you are unable to find out from there, and you can just get the things from here. So the error, it is saying that the importing parameter is not passed, or we are not passing that any value to that. So that's why it is giving the error. So what I will do is, before passing it there in our report program, I will make this one as default with the default value. I will fill this one with the default value, which is 05. So this default keyword will work like if you want to pass any value in our report program, then it will take this default value. If you are passing something, then this default will be ignored, and whatever you are passing, that will be picking up. That's how this default will work. This is one of the thing in OOPS concept. So now our class is activated, and I will try to pass that value over here where SPRT equal to, we have to write colon before passing that one, before passing that importing parameter, and I am getting one error obviously because this statement has to be here. Later on we can just do order by unlimit. So now we are not getting any error. I have activated our class also, and it has activated without any errors. And one more thing I would like to show is, we have seen in our previous videos, like we got a dump and we have gone to HT22 and see the result like that. Why it is causing the dump and all. We can see the dumps in our Eclipse also, but where means you have to go to window, show view, and other, and this feed reader. If for me it is at the top only. If you don't find it, you can just search it over here and just click on open. It will show you the dumps, whatever has happened here. 23 runtime errors caused, like that it will show you. This is like HT22 in Eclipse. So now let us go back to our AMDP. So we have defined one importing parameter, and we have applied the where condition here, and we have declared a parameter in our report, but we are not passing that value in our report program. Now since there is change in this method definition, I would like to recall it. I'm just commenting out. Get RD data, shift enter. By default it is coming as 05 because this is the value which we have mentioned as a default value. Let me copy this. I will pass the parameter which is p underscore count, and system I will be passing it from the system specific variable, and for this also we have declared one parameter which is p underscore spart. Now let us execute this one. Count I am giving it as 5, and spart I will give it as 10. 10 we have the value, and this f4 is also available, so we can see the values whatever we have. 5, 10, 15, 20, we have a lot of values. 29 entries we have. Now execute. Our spart is coming as 10, and it is filtering the data based on this spart. If I pass it as 5, then it will get the data based on this file. Now this spart is coming as well, and then based on the filter condition, the orders are being filtered. So parameters we can just easily define, and we can filter the data in the where condition. But in case of our select options, we cannot directly define our select option in the where condition. We have to use one class, and we have to apply the filter in our AMDP method. That is how it is works. So let us see that also how we have to do. So for that, I will just change this parameter to select option. I don't want this parameter now, because I know that parameter we can directly apply in CDS views also. Select options s underscore spart for spart. I'm not writing any events and like a start of selection screen. I'm not writing anything, just I am interested in implementing the select option for an AMDP. So this is unknown, we can just define the work area, or else you can just declare your tables. Anything is fine, but work area declaration is the more preferable one. I will tell you in some of the videos, in our future videos, why the work area is more preferable. Okay, it is giving the error because p underscore spart is unknown. Okay, let me just uncomment it. It is giving some error. Okay, so now what I have to do is I have to call one class for passing the select option values, that is CLSHDB setup. This is the class. I will just try to write it over here. Call class CLSHDB setup. This is the class which we have to call. And there is one method which is called as combine cell types. Those method we will be calling. So how to call the class? You have to go to pattern and ABAP object patterns, CL, SHDB, cell tab. Yes, this is the one. And you can just do F4. You will get lot of methods and you can select the one you need. Combine cell tabs. Okay. Now our class is called. Here also we have the exception. Now I am not interested in raising the exception. I am just uncommenting it. Client field, if you want to pass, you can pass. I am passing it as 100 or else instead of hard coding, I will pass the system variable. And IT named cell tabs. This one we have to pass. We don't know what we have to pass here. So what I will do is I will just open this class in our SC24 and let us see the definition and signature of this method. Combine cell tabs. What are the parameters we have? Client field, named cell tabs, and this is the one which is returning. And if you just double click on this one, we have something called as named cell tabs. For it, we have an interface. This one we have TS name, D reference, and it is something a structure. In that structure, we are passing the name and reference we are passing. Name means the name of the select option we want to pass, and this reference it is pointing out to data. So we are passing the name and the data. Okay. And in returning, we will be getting the data in form of a string. Yes. In the string format, we will be getting that in this rv underscore where. Yes, this is the exception we got. So now we have to pass the select option name and the values we are passing here. You can just form a range table with low option and high values and you can just enter it finally over here, or by using the new syntax we can directly pass it over here. What you have to do is you have to just enter the value as, and first we have only select one select option here, so again I am starting with here. First thing is we have name and the second thing is dref. These are the two values or the two things we have to pass. Name equal to what is the name? SPART. And dref. So for dref we have to pass the reference of your select option. For that I am using this reference as, and we have to pass the reference of your select option. So for that I am just copying the select option name and giving it over here. Since it is a table, I am giving that over here, braces. We have to give the space. Okay, we should not end over here. This is how you have to pass, and this is for one select option. Name you are passing, which is the field, that is SPART, and reference you are taking from your select option, and it will get the data over here. If you want to enter the data for some other select option, just come down and you have to start with this same thing. Just copy over it and enter the second select option things. You have to just replace with your name and dereference. The same way it will work. Okay, I have to end over here. This is for reference and this is for first select option. Here also it is for reference and this is for second select option. To end it finally, we have to do like this. This is how you have to write. For now, I don't need because I have only one select option. So I'm just ending it over here. And the result we will be getting in a string format, data LV filter, because that is the value which we are getting after passing the select options. I will making one variable which is LV filter. Now let us just activate our program. Okay, it is not compatible. Okay, this type will be different, so that's why it is not compatible. So I'm just commenting out. If you want to make it compatible, you can just declare one variable with the type, then it will work. Now it is activated. Now I have to apply this filter on the AMDP. How you have to do that? You have to first pass this filter in your importing parameter. Then only you can do that. So I'm going to my AMDP and declaring one more importing parameter, value IV underscore filter, and it is of string type we have seen in the definition of the method, type string. Here we have declared. Now we have to do that filtration in your select query also, but by writing the where condition you cannot filter it out. You have to use the function which is apply filter. How you have to do is, and one more thing is like for commenting in AMDP you have to use these lines, then it will comment it out. Apply filter for select option. Now you have to call that method which is apply underscore. I will just try to get it. Okay, I'm not getting. After applying the filter also we have to get the data in some other internal table. So that table I will be using et underscore ord data only. Now let us see, we will be getting, yes, we got it. Shift enter. And here what we have to pass is, we have to provide the internal table name. What is the internal table name? That is et underscore ord data and the filter condition. Here we are getting that filter condition IV underscore filter. This one we have to pass. And definitely you have to end this one. Control S. I'm getting some error because there is no separation between those things. I'm activating my code. Okay, I'm getting an error, the same error because we are not passing anything to this IV underscore filter. So let us go to our SAP GUI and just try to call this one now with the new definition. I will get the method name and I will try to pass the values here. Okay, since the class is not active, it is not coming. So let me just add it manually. I'm passing the things same. I will just add this one also IV underscore filter we have defined, and this one we will be entering the value of this LV filter. Control S and I will activate this. Okay, it is giving the error that it doesn't exist. Let me try to activate these things also parallelly. Go to this window show view and problems for seeing the errors. We are getting an error as no value was passed to the mandatory parameter IV class AMDP. Just double click on it. Okay. We have not commented this one for writing the data. This one we have implemented while working with the AMDP trace. This method will help you to print the data directly without using any other extra statements. So I don't want this now, I'm just commenting out. Since this is a normal method, it will just, it won't give you any error even if it is a null implementation. Control Shift less than. Now what I will do is, I will try to activate both my AMDP and the program together so that it won't give any error. If I try to activate our AMDP, then it will say that no value was passed to this mandatory parameter. And if you try to activate this one, it will say that IV filter doesn't exist. So maybe we will get that type of errors. So I'm trying to activate both the things by clicking on this one. Okay, I'm selecting this also, activate. Now all the AMDP class and the report program is activated. And now in our GUI, let us see. Okay, I will just come back and display it again. Okay, it is active now. So we are passing this filter also. Now try to execute this one. We have three things here, which is count. We have one parameter and this is PART also, which is a select option. Count I'm giving as 10 and SPRT I don't give anything because by default it will take something. And S underscore SPRT I will define some values 10 and 0, 5. These things I will mention and 20 also I will mention. Let us see how it works. Execute. I'm not getting anything. Okay, let us see if we are displaying the data. Yes, we are doing it. Maybe let us try giving some other values, 10, and here also I will just pass 10 and see if our code is working. Okay, it is not returning anything. Debug the program for understanding the issue. So I'm keeping one breakpoint here in the cell tab, and one more breakpoint I will keep in our class. This is the class. And here I will keep one breakpoint. Okay, it has not. Okay, yeah, breakpoint is active. Let me try to execute this one. Now I will just give the count as 10 and this as 10. And just executing this one. IV filter, we got the data. We have entered as 10. The select option, that one we are getting. Let me go inside this one. F5. Okay, this is going into the connection details. Create objects. Okay. We won't have any breakpoint inside the method. So I'm just doing F5 till we go inside into that method. We have lot of standard data which is coming standard code. Let me do F8. Okay, it is not returning anything. Now this time I will try going inside that method. F6. Okay, it is just coming out of this. It is not executing anything, and here it is not filtering the data. Okay, and this is the select query. Okay, I got the issue. The issue is here, if we are filtering the data in the where condition, it will filter the data at first only while fetching the data only. But with select option, we are filtering the data afterwards. That's why it is returning empty results. Here it will fetch the data corresponding to this NETWR, which is amount, descending values it will get, and it will get the number of customers based on the value we are entering. If we are entering 10 customers and the corresponding sales orders it will get. But while filtering, this that SPART is not matching with the number of customers we are, like that customers or sales orders don't have SPART value we are entering. That's why it is not result in anything. Let us try giving it over here as a parameter. By parameter it should work because it is filtering the data at the select statement only. I will just go inside. Okay, it is just coming outside of this, but it is getting the data. 10 records we got. That is why it is not working. So what I will do is I will just remove this count because I know this is causing the issue. And here also I don't want this one, and I will go to this AMDP and remove this value. Just enter, and I am removing this one, and I don't want this statement also. I will just filter the data either by select option or with the parameter. That's how I wanted to filter the data. Now my class is activated. Let me try to run this now. Okay, it has been changed. I will activate it, execute. Now I will give it as 20. Let us see. And I'm going inside this one. Let us see if we got any data. Okay, here also we got only 0 entries. I will give it as 10. Okay, with 10 and 20 we don't have any data, it seems. What I will do is I will just define some of the values 0, 5, 10, 20. I will execute this one also. Let us see if we have, okay, this is still not working. Let us go into the AMDP and I will just make this one as an internal table, and here I will just pass it after filtering the data. Now what I will do is I will just refresh this one, restart this program, and 10 I will give, and here also 10, and 20, 0, 5, 30. Execute. In this LV filter, we are getting the data, whatever we are entering. We have entered the full values and these are coming. Okay. We got the data now. If you observe, we have a lot of data here. SPART. These all are only with 10. SPART, I will just do it in descending or else I will just filter it. 10. Okay, we have a lot of data. So now it is working. The thing is, we tried to apply the filter on the exporting parameter. That seems to be not working. If I fetch the data into some other internal table and applying the filter and then passing the data to this exporting parameter, it is working. So this is how it will work. You can just debug, and we are displaying. I think for displaying it will take a lot of time because it is around 17k entries we have. Okay, it came out very quickly. So we got the output now. This is how you can filter the data. Then you have lot of entries. I will just remove that one, and here also I will remove this 10, and I will pass these values only 25 and 30. Execute. Again we have 0 entries. Okay, we have entered space, and while fetching the data we don't have anything with space, and for applying also filter we don't have anything. So that is how it is working. You can just remove your parameter so that it will work efficiently. So this is how you can pass your select option to your AMDP. Hope this video is useful to you. Please do like, share and subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos.